Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play The Infected. So, I was gonna show you that I found a chicken, but chicken's under the ground right now. So, and the fox is under my house right over. Oh, there he is. I can see him poking out right there. Look at that, stuck right in the ground. Did he run out or did he run that way? That's nope. But yeah, got animals spawning in the ground as you can see right there. And we're going to be doing some work around the base. Last episode, I showed you the lore location. This mother flipper's teasing me. I don't know. I don't want to shoot him with a trank because if it hits the rock, that's a waste of a trank arrow. But anyways, uh, I guess I'll worry about that some other time. We're going to be doing work around the base. We need to get iron produced. We need to get a few other things going. More power, this, that. Gotta love having a fox under my base. Chances are it's right against the wall here somewhere. But I'm not gonna try and locate him. Especially since I can't hit him. But for now, if you guys enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that. I try to show tips, tricks, helpful hints, and all that throughout my playthroughs. Stupid fox. But anyways, I keep getting distracted and keep saying anyways and this and that and blah blah blah. But we'll continue on, and I almost said it again. I need to pretty up some of the place. You can see here I've got a pipe from there all the way over to here because I want to be able to get water whenever. So if I like, boop, all done. Yay! We're gonna eat some of this and worry about that later. Right now, I'm trying to get a lot of this fixed and set up. So let's start filling in the walls so we can start making this pretty. Now, something I noticed is when you pull out your hammer and you go to the walls, you can see normal here and curved. If you go to the curve, you see wood, brick, concrete. Go to wood, you can see there's all these types of wood. If you go to brick, you can see there's all these bricks. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing and why I'm showing you this, here's concrete. There's a new type of wall being missing. And if you're wondering what that is, it is if you go to wall sandstone. Oh, and glass. Glass is also missing as an upgrade option, but sandstone. We're missing sandstone as an option to start upgrading. You can see this. I wanna use this as part of the build. Basically, I want to come over here and I want to slap in this like all along the bottom here and have it kind of like this. Make it look neat and pretty and everything else in between. Now, some of these the foundations only go down a certain height when you upgrade them to concrete. Like right here, this bottom area is still going to show the pillars of the concrete. Plus, I wanted it to make it look good, so that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. Now, getting this, the curves, they're a little bit of a pain, but once you get them, it looks pretty good. You can see here this. We just got to get this built. The problem is, if you look, it takes cement, and we're not doing that. We need to get the clay mixers and all that other fun crud. Now, mechanical parts and electrical parts, that isn't too bad. The problem is you have to babysit these, and babysitting isn't fun. So best thing to do is to try and go for these, but we don't have the money for that. In order to get money, we have a couple of options to do that, which right now I'm worrying about getting this all set up first and other things. Speaking of, I need to get this built in order to get this corner down here. Now, one, I would like to have a, what do you call it? A inverse wood corner. And the reason why is because if you look right, oh yeah, I moved this over. If you look right there, this corner, if I could have the inverse a corner that goes like this, that would be perfect. The problem is we don't have an inverse corner, and I would like to put one right here too. So I would have it go from this corner curved to here, and then from curved to here, or it curved to here, and then no, not there. It would be there, so it would be incurved, then straight, then curved, like that. And I could still do it, but it's not going to look as pretty. It would require me to tear up some of the foundations and rebuild some of the items, which I probably will do. Now here, we're going to have this as my control box zone. This is where I'm going to put my batteries because I did buy the advanced batteries. So we can come in here, put the advanced batteries, which these I will actually put them on this. Because we'll have a few of these here. In other words, we'll have, I don't know how many, but we'll have like on the side, we'll have it on the sides like here and here. And then we'll have the control panel zone be right here. Now, I kind of wish there was a U wall, not a curved wall, but a U wall. It's a one foundation, so it goes from like here, curves around all the way around like this. And you could put it on here. That would be kind of cool and neat. That would be appreciated. I'm still waiting on the 45s. I know it means adding more build pieces, but still, it would be nice. Anyways, back to filling in. We'll worry about all this other stuff. At some point, I hope we can get railings for these. I would also appreciate more snap locations for these, because like this, let's say I showed it in a previous video. I wanted to have my stairs come up from this up to here, and then from here up to here. But I could not put that here. I could only put it right here. So more snapping options would be really appreciated. Like really appreciated. Oop. Oh, we're gonna need to add oil to that anyways. Now, I have shown tricks throughout my playthrough. I've shown how to repair. Your bow, your crossbow, your few other items. Also, that's a sheep. I'm hoping at some point we can get a tier 2 barn. Like if we go to the trader, we can buy a more advanced barn. And what it does is it allows you to have goats, boars, sheep, and chickens. And the reason why I want that is because then you can harvest the sheep would produce wool, and you could use the wool for stuff. The pigs, you can breed them and slaughter them for bacon. Why? Because if you look in, not here, here, some of the best foods, meat stew. This is gives you 0.25. Potato pot or potato pie, bacon pie. You can see 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, and onion soup. Onion soup's actually pretty easy. That one's actually not too bad. This one I enjoy. Although it does take clay bowls, and clay is now a pain to get, so this one takes a little bit to get. But it's once you get it up and going, it's not too bad. The problem is this: bacon pie. And what's potato pie take? Stew mix, veggie mix. Potato takes milk and veggie mix. Milk is a problem. That's produced very slowly. So the tier 2 thing would be nice, because then we could add in more goats for more stuff. For the this, you need veggie mix, milk, egg, and bacon, which again, bacon, you can't farm that. Egg and milk takes a little while, but still. So the tier 2 would allow you to farm bacon. It would add in more and more slots, and it would take the animals would get hungry slower rather than taking forever. Anyways, yeah, I know I keep saying it, but it's just a habit that I can't help. Especially when I'm talking about stuff and then I switch to something else and then switch to something else and then keep switching. Yay! Can I squeeze? Yes, I can. Most likely, I gotta get rid of that. I gotta get rid of some of these items. I'll probably put the axe and the upgrade tool up and the bow because I was gonna trank things, but nope, not allowed to. When they're hiding under your house or in rocks. Now, the reason why I brought this in is because we're gonna have our roof be up high. In other words, we're gonna have it too high. This was just temporary to test out how that looks and stuff. Admittedly, it's not that bright, but we also aren't enclosed yet. Now, I think I can get away with putting railings here. I would like to put, well, actually I could put railings. Kind of would be neat if I could put curved or whatever railings here, but that I think requires me to put it on one of these, which if I delete that and then go back to this, I don't think I can put it on this. I think if we could, that'd be kind of cool, because then I could have some rails from here down to there, and that could pseudo it. Again, more snap places would be appreciated because I can put it here, but now I would like to snap in like in the halfway point of this wall. You can see that it's not wanting to do it. Now, I think if I build this and then build that, I could. The other option I could do to make it work is if I do this. I delete this, and then I put in these. Oop, can I? Yeah, I put in this under here. Then I can put the wall up here and make it the way I want. Which I might actually go ahead and do at some point, but for now we're just gonna do that later. Build tricks and tips and all that other fun stuff. Woo! Right. We're gonna continue with the walls. Wood, foundation walls. We'll get this all built. Again, I gotta figure out how I want to design some of this stuff. But for now, we'll worry about that later. We'll just continue getting what we can in and everything else in the process. Ooh, can't jump with that. Woohoo! Alright. What else do we got to get? Thankfully, I got a lot of this already in. I do have to start worrying about more power and a bunch of other things. And with planning this out, there's a few things I might end up doing as I go along. For example, if that's going to be the kitchen is going to be like this little area here. In other words, we're going to put a wall. Yeah, you know? No, because that's going to be that. I think we'll put a... I'm not sure what I will put here because I want to separate it from the kitchen, but at the same time, I kind of want to have something here. I don't know what. I'm thinking like a trophy or something. Either way, I'm thinking. But for now, we're going to continue slapping whatever we can into here, into there. Get these all slapped in. Dang. Ran out. No. And this is about to run out too, so we'll have to go fill that up. Ooh, yeah, baby. Alright. Ran out of stamina because we need food and other things, which I guess we'll go eat. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to want to set up a stone grinder. Part of the reason why is because iron fragments. Iron fragments, if we go and look at this, bolts take 2 iron fragments, 1 feather, and 1 stick. Getting feathers and sticks, not too hard. Iron fragments takes a little bit, but you can see it's 0.2 per bolt. Now, currently, as far as I can tell, I don't know how high the bolts can stack. But currently, it's more than 15. They take up a bit of space, but that's 2 gold per one little stack at least for just 10. If they can stack up to 20, that's 4 gold per stack. It may not be the best, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus, let's say, 4 gold. That's 40 gold for just a little bit of materials. Yeah, it doesn't hold a lot, but it's pretty easy to make. Now, if you want my opinion, the true money maker, it's biofuel. Because if you look at it, it may not cost a lot, but the fact that it can stack up to 100 is what makes it worth it. Because 0.10 for 1. If you have 100, that is 10 gold per stack. That means a box is worth 400. If you've got Mike on onion duty, he will generate tons of biofuel for you. As you can see, we've got some spoiled food. We've got onions in here for spoiled food. And that's not even hit the farm fully done. I still have to add a second one. And I still got to cram in a ton of onions in here. Because that will significantly increase production. Because right now, this is all my food and some of his food. Potatoes are easy for to feed him. Now, potatoes, you can hold a lot. You can probably, and you can shift click them into the barn. The problem is distance. I don't feel like storing a bunch in there and then carrying it all the way back over here. Not unless I build a bed or something. Now, if I remember correctly, you can let not feed them, and they won't die, but they also won't produce anything either. Ooh, about to drop in 6 minutes another milk. Nice. Doing all right. We'll have to worry about more of that. But we'll get the house built. We'll get a few things. I got to change up my stairs here because I want to make it prettier, make it nicer, make it better. Since we are building like this, I think we can slap one here. Then we can go over here. Did I double stack that? I don't think so. And we still need to finish up those. All right. We'll get over here. Oh, all right. I was going to go eat and make food and all kinds of other fun stuff. That's what I was doing. Okay, empty, perfect. So, you're a deer. Dang it. I was hoping it was something else. One, drop you, drop you, drop you. Well, actually, we'll keep you and come over here and grab you and you. Alright, that takes care of that. So we'll grab this. Grab you and you. You. Slap it in. We'll eat 2 of them for now. We'll store the rest into here. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 here. Perfect. Because these tend to suck away your thirst. Oops, wrong one. This. Like, your thirst goes bye-bye. And it's a pain. So we'll craft all of them. And then we'll eat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Then we'll go in here. Eat this. Yeah, stamina. Now, if I really want to speed up my thirst, I might work on trying to get clay going. But for now, we're not. Ooh, hello there. Bye, dude. Okay. I gotta get iron and a bunch of other things cooking at the same time. Gotta try and build something there so I can get this to work. So we'll come over to here. We'll place this. Admittedly, it doesn't matter if you do a big one or a small one. It's like half the cost of the big one, which is a bit expensive. But oh well. Alright, we need planks. Once we do that, I'll set up the floor or the thing, and that will actually give this spot a little bit more room. Throw that in. So back over here. I hate having to build this, but that's the only way I've been able to get the ability to do this. Really? Do I have to build a full one? I don't want to have to build a full one. If I have to build a full one, I'm going to... Alright, well, I recommend building a full one. I thought a half one would work. Nope. Gotta love when things don't go right. Oh well. Okay, full one. Let's try this again. Yay! We'll fill this back up. And we're gonna have to grab more oil. Yay! Because we're about to run out. So if I come up here with 2 more logs, we should be able to build this and come back down around. And then if we take this, we should, yes, there we go. Also, I should delete that. Perfect. Now, we are going to have to upgrade the walls at some point, make them better looking, but for now, that is taken care of. I can grab more of these, hopefully. Nope. Cool. I gotta store more of this so I can actually clear this all out. Now, if you want to speed up Mike's chopping and gathering, you will have to go out and personally grab the materials or chop the stuff down for him. Alright, we're gonna go up there and delete that because I kind of like having the railing here. Although I might, well, no, because actually, yeah, it's gonna, hold on a sec. Because if this is gonna be too high, we're gonna have the ceiling that goes across here. I am going, if that does happen, I am gonna have to delete this, put this, and build out that way. Because roofs, no, others, ceilings. Because if we're gonna build that way, we're gonna need to build something there. That also means there too, which means I should change that into a full wall instead. Which means this part here is kind of useless. But not for there. Well, either way, we'll worry about it as we go. Now, I'm thinking I am going to try and build that curved here. That's the idea. And I might do the curve right here too. So we'll have the curve here and the curve here. I'll have to experiment with that, but for now, let's just at least get the walls and everything set up and get some of the roof going. Oh. That chicken may not be stuck. If it's not stuck, we're grabbing it. Where are you? Okay, I think the chicken ran, so it's not stuck. We just need to see where it's at. Oh, it's a rooster. If I'm lazy, I could use the rooster to pregnate a female when I find one and just let them naturally populate. Oh yeah, maybe there's some aquatic chickens. I haven't checked. I wish the water could be a little bit more clear. And also, I wish we could choose whether to float or to not float. Alright, I'm not seeing any aquatic chickens. Dang it. Oh well. Alright, we'll put that away. Gotta love being teased. We got a flippin' chicken in the rocks. We've got a rooster out here. And then we've got no other goats. Oh well, I probably should hit that rooster and go for it, but meh, oh well. Okay, well, either way, back to whatever the hell we were doing. Aw, ran out. Oh, time to grab some more fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should give us enough. Stupid. Whatever. Alright, well, let's continue building. We'll at least get all the walls set up. Is that still running? Yes, it is. Okay. Couple more. Then I'll probably fill in the ceiling because I gotta, and then from there I gotta think about what I'm gonna be doing next. So let's right over here. We'll get this part of the wall set up. We'll get the next bit. I probably should bring my cart around, which my cart is down over here. Why can't any of you be chickens that aren't stuck, or goats? I would really appreciate it, like a lot. Now, for those who've been around, know the my trick on carrying more than one, or more than the log holder, or more than this. Dang it, stupid itchy nose. Anyways, this, you can carry a bunch. You can carry 14. Yeah, baby! So we'll get this thrown in, that thrown in, this thrown in, more thrown in. The problem I'm going to have is up over here. I've got to figure out how I'm going to set up the walls over here and how I'm going to set up the stuff here and get everything ready to go, including on the outside here. I got to figure out how I'm going to get the walls set up over here on this side, and then what I'm going to do over here, because there's no foundations and stuff really set up over here. So it's a little bit more of a pain to deal with. Yeah, baby! Yep. Speed fill everything we can. Grab what we can't. Grab you. Then we can get the ceilings. All that fun stuff. Yay! And then from there, I'm not sure. I gotta figure out how I gotta build this zone. Which means at least, at least right here is where I'm gonna stop with the ceiling spot. In other words, we're going to put, what is it? Windows, walls. We're gonna set another set of walls here. Woo. Here. I think that's all curves. I'm gonna wait on setting this part up because I need to get the curves in where I want to get the curves in. Is that a goat? If that's a goat. Oh. It's a sheep. Screw you. Anyways. Yep. Probably would have put some people in the hospital by now with how often I say some of the words I say. Yeah, baby. Anyways. Back to what I was doing. Putting people in the hospital. So, as you can tell, when I get distracted and then I'm trying to get back on track of whatever the hell I was doing, it's my gateway word. In other words, the word I use most commonly, or all right, or there's a few of them that I use a lot of, and I can't help it. It naturally happens. Because I'm technically antisocial. I'm not very good at talking, which is probably why you can tell by my videos that I don't have a whole lot of subscribers. Alright. Over here. So we'll get the corners stacked in. There we go. We'll get... Stop it. Right there. Oh, that one's a straight wall. Oh, I didn't realize that. Nice. So we'll get this one, that one. Oh, there's a few straight walls. Huh. That's not facing the right direction. That is... Question is that one? Probably not. Now, I'm thinking this floor is going to be brick. So the idea is we're going to have sandstone, then brick, and then wood. but that could change depending on how the sandstone looks, and I might go with different kinds of planks. Stupid chicken still trapped. Actually, we better check on my... Just to be safe, we'll turn that off for now. Because we might end up losing power. Stupid deer. I got deer, I've got sheep, I've got chickens trapped in rocks, I've got boxes under my house. I gotta figure out how to get rid of them. Which is a bit annoying. Anyway, come on. Let's go. More and more work. Right, this is going to be solid. I think next episode I'm gonna work on getting getting iron going, and then I'm gonna start trying to make some money so we can get the clay mixers and clay stuff going. Because we actually I might work on getting Mike producing biofuel. In other words, I'll set up a second greenhouse and get onions galore. So many onions that he'll literally be doing that with no time to rest or any time to do trees. Although, if I can keep water going at full time, then that's a different story, which means I'm going to want to build some batteries. So I think next episode's definitely going to be working on increasing production. In other words, more of those batteries, more power, more everything of that nature type of deal. Right now, we're just like filling up what we can around the house in order to take care of what we need. And when I can, I'm going to delete this or put a ceiling up here, move this up, and then put a ceiling here and move that back over. But it's been a long time coming to start filling up my house and making it more pretty and have a roof. Okay, let's get a ceiling. The problem is I gotta make sure I put the ceilings in the right direction. Doesn't really truly matter. You could put them however you want. I think... Oh, I think that's incorrect. And that is where this comes in. You can now put this, stand up here, delete that, and then you can add in what you need. So if we turn that around, I think the things are going not that way. That way. So we'll put that one in like that. This should line up with that. Perfect. Now I think I can fit in resources into that. I may have to move my ladder, but you can reach a decent amount. Let's just see if we can. If I reached it, we're good. If we didn't, then... Okay, so no, we didn't. But I can get on here. And then... Okay, we might want to change how that... we might want to just move this around where we need it. Might be a little bit safer. Because apparently getting on it has a huge delay. But still. Okay, so now we can move you up here. And we gotta go turn it on. There we go. Now we can delete you. Right, we can't jump. Perfect. Now this is coming in handy. And actually, with that being higher up, that actually is pretty decent. I'm gonna call it here for now. Whereas I'm gonna probably finish up all this, get the ceiling in, and then all that fun junk. But for now, if you guys enjoyed, please like. If you didn't, I understand. Not much happened. Just running around, building the house, putting people in the hospital because I keep saying the same words over and over again. Hopefully some of you come back and watch again after you recover. But for now, if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain amount of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode, which means more grinding, more prepping, more everything else. Then we'll get the few other things going in the process. Stupid deer. Deers. Alright, well, anyways, if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain amount of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode. Woohoo! Bye-bye!